Okay, now these two slides actually explain what we mean by evidence-based practice. And this is the generic term. And the idea is that in a profession, we don't just do things willy-nilly off the cuff. We do it based on what we know about what works. In other words, like medicine, we see that very much as evidence-based, that you don't want the surgeon just to say, well, I think I'll kind of chop this off, or I'll give you a pint of beer and see how that kind of feels. And there's a lovely quote there in red, and I want to keep that quote because when you read that, it looks very trial and error. And that was evidence based. Sorry, that was medical practice before it became evidence based. So the point I'm trying to get across in these two slides is that there is something called evidence based practice. It's used in medicine, it's used in engineering, but somehow hasn't quite got into teaching. And this is a more detailed model of evidence-based practice and how it works, the key steps. And this is the key point I want to get across. I want to get across the point that there is something called evidence-based practice. It's based on the expertise that we have, and obviously best practice, and obviously it takes into account, in this context of medicine, what the patient wants. And if you apply that to education, it's pretty much the same thing. It's what we know about teaching and learning, what methods work, the expertise of teachers, and taking into account students' needs and preferences and interests. So you can get that across better than what I've got in those two slides, because I can simply just do a screencast on it. But if you think you can make that better, then have a go. Okie dokie.